Hello everyone. I thought I'd do one final vlog on our final afternoon in Bali from the Tanti on Garlic Lane in Legion. Now, as you'll see, the weather outside is hot. Fingers, not good. Yes, rain. Still activity in the street. Poor dog running for cover. Taxis up and down the street. An imposter. And one of the authentic taxis, a bluebird. Yes. Yeah, I was just sitting inside prior to making this video, and yeah, the weather was still good. Anyway, what a way to end our holiday. It's just before 5 in the afternoon. You can see all the scooters, loads of them, all the way up the street. I think we're flying out at 11 p.m. to arrive back in Sydney. I don't know, at 6 or 7 in the morning. My apologies for not making this video a few days earlier. I meant to do it to wrap up a video I'd done of the Kebon Auto Museum, which Jim from Red Trucks put me onto. It's a privately owned car museum. I'll have to do some research and put it in the details to let people know of its location, so if they come to Bali, they can go have a look at this museum and enjoy it like I did. Yeah, it was an interesting museum. There was a handful of Australian holdings, which was good. I apologise also for my voice being in an even worse state than it usually is, because unfortunately I came down with tonsillitis. It's something that I've battled with since I was about nearly 18. I first got it, and it comes and goes at different times, and unfortunately I triggered this myself probably by smoking too many cigarettes the other night, getting into that dirty habit. I definitely don't recommend people follow that dirty habit. But anyway, it was my birthday the other night. Had quite a few beers, lots of cigarettes, and I think it's triggered off my tonsillitis a couple of days later. But I've got some treatment. I've seen a doctor, and it's definitely not as bad as it was prior to seeing the doctor, because, you know, I had a bit of pain. I didn't need the doctor to tell me I had tonsillitis, because I could just tell. Something, it's not good. But anyway, so I won't ramble on too much more, but would have been good if I did put out some more videos here, but I suppose just got into holiday mode. I've never been here before, but quite enjoyed it. So, anyway, okay, well, I'll run this video. Unfortunately, I didn't charge my phone before I went to the museum, so the worst part of that is I only got to film so many of the vehicles, and there are a number of vehicles in the museum that I guess I missed out on doing a little part of a video to. I didn't spend too much time on particular vehicles, 1 or 2 minutes, you know, and that gave a bit of a fair spread between the vehicles. The vehicles in the museum obviously weren't all immaculate. You will notice when I do the videos or talk about the individual cars, you know, I say how good they are, and they are, but they're not perfect. But out of respect to the person's collection, I didn't want to be critical either, because they've put a lot of time and money into acquiring these vehicles, and some of them were probably acquired in really poor condition, and they've turned them into a nice museum piece. And I like that they're not over restored. I mean, yes, they've been repainted, but they haven't got new chrome bumpers, and they haven't made everything absolutely perfect. But that doesn't matter. They're all great vehicles of their own time. So I really enjoyed it. Here's the video. And some of the rest of the video will just be photos, because the camera got down to 20%, and there were heaps of cars and some trucks, motorbikes, etc. I wanted to cover, so I had to photograph from that point onwards. Now we're in the Kebon Museum, and over here we've got a 1976 Holden Statesman H.J. DeVille. And a 1974 L.H. Tirana. And down this way we've got an EK utility and station wagon from 1961. And a 1960 Holden FB Special. And this one here, I think this is an FB. Yeah, it's got the same grill. Oh no, it's got a EK grill, this one. Similar, but different. Yeah, this EK. It's got a wooden floor in the back. It's in a nice matte copper colour with the red wheels. It looks great. Great interior. The seats have been reupholstered in red velour, but great dashboard, instrument panel. The Holden Tirana here, it's got a nice original black interior, manual gearbox. The Holden Statesman had a nice white interior. Yeah, this EK Holden, this is a pretty cool thing. I think these in Australia are rare too, so to see one in Bali, very unusual. Not restored, you can see the rust in the bumpers, but you know, patina. Same with this FB sedan. Looks like it's got the original interior in it too, which is really good. Yeah, this one's nice. This is a 1951 Plymouth Cranbrook. Big car, this one. This one here, I'm not sure. Smaller sedan. Could have an Opel symbol on the grille, I don't know. Good little car, two-door. Yeah, it's definitely a mystery, this car. Could be an Opel from Germany, but it sort of looks Russian as well. According to the sign, this is a Plymouth Super Deluxe. Yeah, so these cars aren't restored, but that's good, you know, patina and original. On the roof you got the paint that's fried up. Yeah. Old school weather shields. What they call them? I think so. Yeah, that's a nice one. This is a 51 Chevrolet Deluxe. red and white interior. Don't think that's original material, but that's alright. Suits the car. The vinyl roof. Rust promoter. No, but a nice old car. 1951 Dodge Coronet. I'm familiar with these as a late 1960s car. They're more of a muscle car than these. But they all have very similar styling, these cars. I think this has got a pretty authentic interior in it. The material looks the same. 1954 Dodge Kingsway Deluxe. Yeah, this interior's possibly original by the looks too. Great steering wheel. Absolutely. Yeah, you know, blistered paint. Bit of rust, but it's more surface. Yeah, it's a pretty good collection, this one. I haven't been to a car museum like this in a long time. This here's a 1960 Skoda Felicia Roadster by Felicia, as they say. Yeah. Cool little sports car. Yeah. Got the original wheel, but it looks like it's got a set of Recaro seats in it, or something similar anyway. This one here, it says it's a 1956 Chevrolet Task Force Apache. Yeah, this is a big unit. Original dash. Seats are being changed. Step side back. And it's got the wooden floorboards and spare tyre on the back. This is a great pickup, this one. A bit of British with a Jaguar or a Jaguar XJ6. Definitely a bit more modern. Yeah. It's got the wire wheels. Like Edward Woodward's Equalizer drove one of these. Very cool. And over here is a 1962 Dodge Dart. Yeah, it looks a bit like a Plymouth Savoy, which matchbox made in black. Yeah, that's a cool thing. Ooh, no carpet or other flooring. Yeah, but this is a great old car. And you got more British cars down here as well. I was going to say this one's an MG, but of course it's a Triumph Spitfire Mark III from 1969. And over here is another big tank of a thing. 1951 Buick Super Riviera. And a Chevrolet Deluxe from 1950. Oh yeah, you can see the Buick thing there with the three, I don't know whether they're vents. Yeah. Possibly original trim on the seats too. Yeah. Great old cars. 1952 Chevrolet Deluxe. Ah, Studebaker Champion from 51. And a Studebaker Commander. Triumph Mayflower. This is a nice old car. This one looks like it's had a bit of a restoration in the paint and the seats. Original dash, so not over restored. This is a 1946 Austin 16 BSI. I can tell because I could see the sign on the window. I think these are both Austins. Yeah. I'll have to go around the front to get a ID on those. Yeah, this one has a very similar front to that one, so I'm going to say this is possibly an Austin 7, maybe. 1937 on this green one. This one here, I don't know. I know when I was a boy, I used to read a book called Gumdrop, which was about an Austin 7. It was a blue colour. I think it was a bit earlier than this. Had a nose like that. I don't know what brand this is. This is a 1928 Model A Ford. Alongside a 1917 Model T Ford. Looks like it's on bicycle tyres. And in there's a series of bonnet emblems, headlight bezels as well. Over here, we got a 1957 Opel Capitan. Which looks good in this two-tone green. Yeah. The interior in this is, I'd say possibly original. Looks pretty good. Bit of a tight squeeze for me. I don't want to scratch the cars. 1951 Chrysler Windsor. And a 1959 Chevy. Is it a Parisine, I think? Yeah. Nice long car, that one. Yeah, got another phone box. This has got more bonnet emblems, headlight bezels, got, I don't know whether they're grill, they sit on the front of the bonnet, I should say. DeSoto and Plymouth. Some tail lights, front indicators, spotlight possibly. Yeah, this is the upper side of the Pontiac Parisian. I guess this is like a bubble top Chevy Impala. I wonder whether they share the same body. I don't know. And over here, you've got a really nice looking Chevy pickup. Nice floorboards in the back. This would be an Apache as well, I'd imagine. I'd say that seat's been retrimmed. The dashboard's in pretty good nick. Instruments. This is a nice looking pickup, this one. Yeah. Nice aqua colour. Turquoise, teal. This is more tail lights, bezels, blinkers. Yeah, little Fiat 1100B. In fact, two. Yeah. I was going to say these are the same, but this is a Plymouth, and this one here is a Chev. Very similar looking types of vehicle. And a Ford Model A from 1930. And more badges. Ford Falcon. That looks like a pretty old Falcon badge. Yeah. I missed one. There's a little 1966 MGB Mark 1 in bright orange. Oops. Yeah, 48 to 53 Fiat 1100 E. That's a 48 to 49 1100B Fiat. And another 49 to 53 Fiat 1100E. And another couple, giving a bit of variety. I like the black one. And I like that peach coloured one too. That's peach and cream, or peaches and cream if you prefer. And this baby blue, that's pretty nice. I think they're the door handles on the side. Yeah, they're the door handles. But this is a nice little car. Yeah. Column shift. This one has got an automatic transmission out of something much later. Oh well. Okay, this is a 1928 Willys Overland Whippet. This one's a 1928 Vauxhall 2060 convertible. And this one's another Overland Willys Whippet. Oh, this is a Dodge. Dodge Brothers, Detroit, USA. So, I can't tell you which particular model this is, but I'd say from the 20s, probably the late 20s going off the Willys. Here we have some American type trucks. Yeah, this is a big Chevy Blitz probably by the looks. Big truck. An American SUV. GMC truck. Chevy truck. I don't know. This could be a fire pumper. Is it? Is that a water tank? So, red truck. There's the interior. No doors, easy access. This is a 1960 ZIL. A ZIL 164, 1-ton truck. Yeah, I'd say this is a water tanker. Yeah, this one's got air conditioning. Still left-hand drive. A 1953 Cadillac Fleetwood Series 75 limousine. Yeah, ride way in the back in comfort. Yeah, this is a good old thing. And a 1986 Ford F350. Got the 8 studs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, 8 studs. Julie's on the back. Ah, left-hand drive still. Got the big Julies. And another Cadillac. This would be an Eldorado. Beside a Land Cruiser. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's either an Eldorado or a Fleetwood. What's that, 100 series cruiser? Mercedes van. I'm running low on batteries here, so I'll just take photos from here. Now this is the outro of the video. I apologize, I'm not in the finest of vocal abilities due to the tonsillitis, self-imposed by myself from smoking stupid cigarettes. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for viewing, and good health to you as always. And yeah, goodbye from my last video in Bali.